Yo, what's going on, guys? Over here, back in another video for you guys today. Today, I have a commentary. I want to be talking about season 1 so far and going into season 2, what I want to see, because we're about halfway through season 1 at this point, I think, or maybe a little bit over that point. I'm not 100% sure about when the season started, but I know we have, from making this video, we have 26 days left until the Battle Pass reset. I'm currently tier 88. In Modern Warfare, I would have already had this done already. This game, for whatever reason, I just can't really get into a rhythm of playing it that much. I don't know if it's the lack of content or if it's every game just feels the same or it's all the glitches and bugs. Just kind of a combination of everything, mainly skill-based matchmaking, just making it not as much fun to quickscope or to just snipe in general, pretty much. But to be completely honest, this game has a good foundation. The guns and the maps already in the game are good. The spawns need a little bit of work, and some of the guns, like the snipers, definitely are way too underpowered. So I think that snipers should overall just get a buff. I've been saying that from the complete start, that they should be getting a buff. And that the top tier guns are definitely overpowered. The DMR is still pretty overpowered. At least in core it is. At least in my opinion, because you can get 2-tap with it, but also it does take skill. So they did turn it down to a good amount. In Warzone, I think if you're a top player, it'll still beam, but it's more of a skill weapon now than just a aimbot, pretty much. But what I want to see coming into season 2, I definitely want to see more maps, more guns, definitely. Um, but we do know that on February 4th, which is also my birthday, we're going to be getting Express. Express is one of the best Call of Duty maps to ever really be in a game. I think I don't remember which Black Ops it came from. I don't exactly remember, but I remember playing on it for the first time. It was a lot of fun. I'm definitely excited to see this map coming back to Call of Duty. But if you think about it already, this is now the third or fourth remake map that we have, and we started off with 11 maps that were not off the start, because we have Raid, we have Nuketown, and now we're gonna have Express. All three of those maps are added after, and I think that there's another map that I can't remember that it was added. I think that there might be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think there is, because I think I would have remembered it, but I definitely feel like that there's kind of a lack of content so far in season 1. With yesterday was a playlist update, and there was no update to the playlist, or at least for Cold War for Warzone, I believe there was. But Warzone, I'll get into that a little bit later. But I really think that Warzone and Cold War are getting pretty stale. That it's pretty much the same thing over and over again, because with Warzone, everybody's using the DMR, the MAC-10, and a lot of people dig away from the DMR. Now they're using the Stoner, or they're using another AR, another top AR. So I feel like the meta for Warzone is getting very stale, kind of like how it always is, where it's everybody's using the same guns and there's no real competition between the best setup. And yeah, now you get a bunch of people doing challenges, but the majority of the players in the game are going down, dropping down into Verdansk, and sitting in a corner for as long as they can. And if you see on some of my Warzone videos I've posted, where I've tried to do some challenges by using a class in Warzone in solos. It is near impossible to, because you always get people running into buildings and sitting in a corner and waiting for you. And in just solos, it's definitely way too campy. They made it way too easy to be campy. So I'm hoping that the next map we get, coming with the Cold War update and bringing Warzone over into the Cold War, reviving a whole new map. I wonder how that is going to affect the game. Also, with next year's Call of Duty, they're going to be adding all the other guns also, and then switching another map up. But how will that gun transfer go over? Because there's still people that aren't able to use the Cold War weapons or use some attachments that they have unlocked for the gun. Some attachments are broken. They don't say what they do. And a lot of times challenges for Warzone don't even track properly. And that was going before. That's not including all the glitches that we have with invisibility glitches, stim glitches, a whole bunch of other things that we get when everything just got thrown in together. And I feel like most of the weapons weren't even really play tested. Like, obviously they were given some animations, but were they really play tested with all the attachments, every single attachment? And yeah, you can say, oh, all of this has been done over a Zoom call, but at the same time, they're a multi-million-dollar company, and I do know that it is very difficult to be a developer and to make everything happen. But they're a multi-million-dollar company that's supposed to be making one of the biggest games every year, and they know that this is what has to be done. And yeah, COVID took us all by surprise, but everything just needs to keep on moving to bring out a good game. Or even if you can't tell the community that we need to wait, that we could have still played Modern Warfare, that if they weren't ready to release the game, they shouldn't have released it. Which, that's just me personally. But really, what is really getting under a lot of people's skin is that we're having literally no communication. A lot of people in the community now believe that Activision has paid developers to be quiet and not to speak their mind or tell them what to say or what not to say, or they're not allowed to speak on social medias, and there's something in their contract that says that. Now, I have no guaranteed proof of this, or anyway, there's a lot of people that think that because Ashley Williams back in Infinity Ward, she was very talkative, and there was something that happened in her life that affected her, and nobody really knew about it. Some people did, but a lot of people didn't know about it, and a lot of people still don't know about it. So, in that retrospect, I understand not talking to the community, but we had no idea that there was something going on. We had no confirmation about what happened, if there was something going on, or anything. But then also, the other developers also haven't really been talking. And there's even rumors of devs giving out cheats to hackers so that there's more hackers in the game, or to different websites so they can hack. It's just so easy to really exploit this game, and just so many flaws with it currently, that I feel like that this year's Call of Duty is going to go down as one of the worst CODs in history of all time, I believe. I honestly believe that this is one of the worst CODs of all time so far, including Infinite Warfare. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. I post almost every single day. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. It's been over, guys. Be easy.